Hi, yes, it's Malaysia. Welcome back to my channel. Excuse the mic, she's struggling. So today I reached I'm at almost 400 subscribers, and I reached 100 like a month ago, a little bit less than a month ago, I think. So yeah, we're going fast. I haven't done like a video like this in a long time, and I'm not doing a reaction video. Shocker, I know. So I thought, we're about to reach 500 very soon. Why not do something involving the book, because I really love the series. I love Sarah J Maas's series. I like her writing style. I think her world building is beautiful and captivating, and yeah, so I'm saying all that, but honestly I just like the book a lot. I love the series. And so with that being said, I'm going to do a tier video today. This is a tier video, and it's going to be a tier video ranking the characters from the ACOTAR series. ACOTAR. And so you got S tier, and then you got F tier. For S tier, I said honorary plot armor. Regardless of where the character actually is in the book, whether or not like they're a character that can get killed off very easily, or something happens, whatever the case might be, like fade out of existence, that's gonna like keep them around forever. A tier, I said narrator status. I feel that A tier means you can be a narrator. You get a little book to yourself or whatever from your point of view, your perspective. Yes. B tier, they get at least one love interest. I felt like at least one love interest is B tier, because it's like, okay, you're doing enough to get like notoriety, but I think you need to work a little bit more for that narrator status. Like you gotta do a little bit, like you gotta go out of your way a little bit more. And if you don't get a love interest, that just means you're not T. Okay. So C tier, no redemption arc. I feel like all the characters that were like terrible at first, they got a little bit of like something, to make them seem more palatable. And so with that being said, if you're C tier, you're just gonna have to deal with the plot you got. D tier, spring court. Spring court equals D tier. And I'm saying spring court after Amarantha, after Feyre left, after that boy went crazy, after he started wilding, because who? And then F tier, feed them to Bryaxis. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just throw them at the bottom of the library. They don't deserve to exist. Yeah. And so we're going to get started. I'm going to press screen record. What if I wasn't recording here the whole time? That would be something I would do. Okay, first character, Alice. So Alice, she was given auntie. I'm going to put her in at least one love interest. I think Alice, yeah, like I said, she was given auntie. She was very protective, but also at the same time, she got like a brain. Even when the whole Feyre hostage thing happened, she was like, nah, I'm gonna do what's in her best interest, versus like being crazy and keeping her trapped like the other bull, you know what I'm talking about, was basically doing to her. And just like, oh, I'm gonna keep arguing with Tamlin and hope she'll be set free if I keep asking him for permission. Clearly he off his rocker, so clearly somebody else with some sense need to actually intervene, and Alice was that. So Alice is T, period. Like I said, she's always, and I love Alice, Auntie Alice. All right, next we have Amarantha. Feed her to Bryaxis. I have nothing more to say with her. Feed her to Bryaxis. They made her like real beautiful in this photo, and I'm pretty sure the fan art of her shows her as a beautiful woman, but her spirit gotta be ugly. She did have a lot of inner trauma, and a lot of things that happened in the previous Fae history, and she had a lot of reasons to hate the Fae. But at the same time, she wasn't standing on business the way she should have. Because if she really was trying to get back for her sister and all this revenge, evil, hatred, plot, whatever the case might be, why would she try and get some high Fae on the side? Like, why? Why was she trying to get high Fae on the side? Because come on now, Rhysand didn't come out of nowhere. Like, they didn't know each other out of nowhere. She wanted two things. She wanted a 2-for-1, and she wanted Tamlin too. See, no. Feed her to Bryaxis. All right, hear me out. Amren, I feel like she's an acquired taste within the book. Like, I think her whole backstory is very interesting. I think the fact that it's like, oh, I was basically like some sort of godly being that had no decisive like emotion or anything like that. She was just following whatever blueprint she had just in her mind that was telling her to do this. And so her desire to experience, emotions, connections, things like that, I think that's pretty interesting in terms of her background. But she was wilding sometimes. I feel like the way she communicates, and I think it's because of her godly background, but she could use some work. I do think she did deserve the love interest status. I don't know if, I would say, I don't know. Because at the same time, she was never wrong though. It was just how she delivered her information, but she was never wrong. Like, let's be for real. I'm gonna still say no redemption arc. I think that, honestly, to be fair, there's nothing to redeem. So if it was something to redeem, she would just not have you know, well, she kind of got it towards the end of the book to the whole saving her, sacrificing herself and whatnot for, you know, the whole Fey lands and whatever. Ador, Bryaxis. Him, it's a different reason. Like, all right, I could put him there because he's the villain of the story. Like, yeah, bad guy. But no, it was more so he was corny. He was nutty. Like, that's just it. Like, he had no thoughts for himself. He was just doing whatever. Amarantha, like, he had no, if he had his own little mission, like, if he was doing his own little dude, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. But he wasn't. He was being a follower. And for that, he's going to follow her down under the library. Azriel, he's kind of a favorite. A low-key, high-key, low-key. He's one of my favorite. And so with that being said, I'm going to put him at narrator status. I think he is A tier, aka narrator status. I think he deserves his own book, or no, not his own book, but his own series, or his own book in the series that comes from his point of view. I'm very interested, because they don't, and it's like a lot of things, like they make him like the dark and brooding character. Sarah J. Maas does enough characterization of him through other characters and their stories and, you know, stuff like that that they have within their interactions, that I am highly interested to see how he thinks. And with, he's also just like, he got cool powers. He literally controls shadows. Like, you know, he could fly. Like, he just be doing his, like, he'd be doing his own thing. Like, nobody stepping to him. He'd do his own. He's stand 10 toes. Oh my god. He gonna stand 10 toes down every time. Next, the Bone Carver. I like the Bone Carver. I like the Bone Carver a lot. And you know why? Because he really just be doing, again, he's another one of those characters that just be doing what they want in the series. Like, he literally was like, oh, go get that mirror. Oh, she struggled for like 20 decades. She felt like she lived like 20 years within 2 seconds. And she came back and she's like, I overcame it. And he was like, well, I don't need the mirror. That was for you. I don't need the mirror. He steps to no one's rhythm but his own. I'm gonna put him, but I don't want to book by him though. Like, I don't want to hear about too much about him. I don't think he's that interesting. Anybody who want to sit in the basement of a prison willingly and has, like, people got to convince you to get yourself free, or like to convince you, hey, they saying literally, hey, I'm gonna set you free if you just do this for me real quick. And he like, nah, I need something better. I need something bigger than that, because otherwise I would stay down here. That's kind of strange. That is kind of strange. I think I'm gonna give him love interest. Like, he deserves his own love interest. At least one love interest. I think that's what I'll give him. Oh, Bryaxis. I can't feed Bryaxis to Bryaxis. Unless. No, but he was really chilling for real. Like, he just wanted a friend. Like, is that too much to ask? Like, I don't know. He wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? He don't deserve to be fed to himself, personally. He just wanted somebody to talk to. He's like, yo, feed me a little something, throw a bone my way. Let's talk. Cassian. How do I feel about Cassian? I don't dislike him at all. You know, I think he's a very refreshing character. She's written him so honest, but also like honest to the point where it's like disgusting. He's like that one friend that you're like, all right, like, did you have to say it like that? Like, I get what you're saying. What you're saying isn't wrong, but that was disgusting the way you phrased that, and so I don't want to talk to you right now. He's that type of person. I don't know if I would want to listen to his narrative perspective either. Like, I don't know if I would want to really hear what he got to say. Do I think he would make a good narrator? No, I think he would be an unreliable narrator. So, and here I got one love interest. I think that was the right way to go with him though. She ate with that, like giving him Nesta as a, like, that's where he belongs. That's where he will stay. Yeah, but Cassian's cool. Elaine, I don't fuck with Elaine. Oh man, don't get me started with the sisters. Do not get me started with the sisters. I'm gonna go in on Nesta. I'm sorry, I'm waiting till we get there. I'm gonna go in on Nesta. But Elaine, she's more like too complacent. That's my problem. I think she's gotten a lot of character development in that aspect, but I still feel like the previous things that happened, I don't feel like it was justified, and I don't feel like they ever truly apologized. I feel like even the apologies that they did give, it's because, like, oh, their communication style, I don't know, I don't think they deserve forgiveness in the way that they got it. It was too easy. That's what it was, too easy. Y'all had a 13-year-old hunting in the middle of the goddamn woods, and y'all just like, oh, well, we didn't tell her to. Well, you still eating the food though. Y'all eat. So now that I'm thinking about it, I think Spring Court. Yes, banish her to the Spring Court. She need a little time to think. I think she needs to think about more than just herself. Yeah, I think I ate that down. Feyre. I do like Feyre. I like her because she has protag syndrome. Like she gotta save she's Captain Save-A-Ho. She gotta save everybody. That was a crazy thing to say, but it's true. She's written very honestly and all this. Like she is a little cringy though. Like that one time when she was at that restaurant and she was like, this just tastes like I don't know, like home. Do you get it? And the girl was like, shut up. She didn't say that, but she was smiling at her like, I get it. But no, that was weird. I would hate to be out with my girlfriends or with any of my friends and they do that. Don't do that. Just, it's a yes or no question. Is it good? Yes. You can even do this. It tastes like cinnamon heaven. No, you're doing too much. Yeah, you sound like you're greedy. You sound like they don't feed you at home. I need you to calm down. With that being said though, that's just one little tidbit with Feyre. I'm going to put her at, I don't know, because you know she's like already a narrator, but I feel like that's where she belongs. Yeah, she already got honorary plot armor, but I don't think she deserved that much. I'm gonna put her at narrator status. She got her 3 books. I think that was a good place to put her. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with Feyre other than that I feel like for her family, she will let them walk over her, and that's like I'm phrasing it that way because I see it so negatively, and she might feel differently where it's like, oh, for family you'll do anything, and that's not wrong, but you gotta at least put your foot down. Like you gotta do, like, stand on. Y'all could have bubbed it out and then came back and still been family. You know what I'm saying? You could still have boundaries and still be family. And she only put her foot down for dumb stuff. I care about you. We're going, like, or save yourself. No. You want to be Captain Save-A-Ho. You can't do that. You can't do that every time. Come on now. And that's why I just feel like narrator status. But that's another thing for other characters that piss her off. She stands 10 toes crazy. She did a whole scheme that crumbled Tamlin's whole entire court. So she can do it if she put her mind to it. I need her to put her mind to it to get it done. Hybern. He gonna have to go feed him to Bryaxis. He was wilding in every sense of the word. Like he was just mad. He started a war, and that's, I guess, you know, that's how wars start. But he was like, I want slaves. I would like them back, please. Actually, I think you took something that belonged to us. Humans. He was fighting too hard to get them, like, to get that job done. He stood on his own business, but his business involved including other people in his business free of charge. No, baby, he was doing too much. Ugh. Lucian. He makes me so angry. If I was disappointed in any of these characters throughout this series, it's him. He was the biggest disappointment in terms of like emotionally investing in a character and they let you down crazy. Honestly, I would say I'm gonna banish him to the Spring Court too. He let all the readers down crazy. She literally begging you like, bro, let me get outside. They acting like she trying to go outside and get turned. She just wants some fresh air. She wants some choices. She want to do something. Y'all, no, we don't gotta do anything. I'm not doing anything. Imagine saving an entire race of people and then you trap me. Like you saved me. Boy, you ain't saved me. I saved you. And then you gonna trap me? And then his friend gonna let it happen. And his friend, who I thought we was friends, she thought thinking they cool. Nah, Lucian already said I knew homeboy longer. You gonna have to wait for him to give you permission. And he just, okay, no. Lucian let me down. I'm gonna keep him in Spring Court. I wouldn't want for, I'm not gonna feed him to Bryaxis, but Morrigan. I like her name. It's like the two are Morrigan. I never seen nobody with that name before. I'm gonna put her at least one love interest. I don't like how she was moving with Azriel. And then it's like when it gets revealed, because to be fair, I don't know if I'm just like stupid, but I was shocked when they found out, or when she revealed that she was lesbian, and that's why she wasn't trying to entertain Azriel or like even give him the implication. I think there's a lot of red herrings throughout the book that kind of help push that false narrative because, you know, they's like, oh, she slept with Cassian back in the day, but then she revealed she was because she was trying to get out of the marriage, and that's the only way she felt like she could, which is understandable. Like, I don't think she did anything wrong in that sense, but it's just like, dang, you could just, I don't know, just tell him you're not interested. And she's like, oh, I don't want to hurt his feelings because we're so close. And it's like, you hurting him with 200 or 500, how many, I forgot, it was like dang near over 100 years this man been chasing you. At least tell him, like, bro, something like, you ugly, something, because he think you like Cassian the whole time. You don't like neither one. All right, Mr. Archeron, feed him to Bryaxis. Feed him to Bryaxis. Feed him twice. Feed him to all three. The Witcher in the woods, I forgot her name. She was in the cabin, you know what I'm talking about. Feed him to the bone carver. Feed him to Bryaxis. Who's to say if Tamlin never showed up at all, he would have, like, because Tamlin's the one who gave him the good fortune. So if Feyre never left with Tamlin and then got good with Tamlin, and then Tamlin never showed up and was like, all right, I'm gonna get your family right, he would have been still sitting there. Like I said, just letting Feyre down. Feyre reminds me of Fiona from Shameless, where she, like, trying to get her family right. She trying to help her whole family, and towards the end, they just start getting highly ungrateful. And it's like, dang, like, y'all struggling, and I'm struggling trying to help y'all struggling. Like, I don't dig it. Nesta, feed her to Bryaxis. Feed her to Bryaxis. Sure, I wish I wasn't making so many connective characters, but she reminds me of, like, Bakugo. And I was trying to understand, and I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on, just wait, just hear me out. I know. But look, I was trying to understand, because I'm, like, looking into the series. I'm like, okay, it's saying the fourth one is from Nesta's perspective. Why did they change that up? And I'm like, I don't really like her in none of these three books at all. Not even, I didn't like her not once. So I'm like, okay, I'm me type person, I'm gonna spoil myself. Like, I'm gonna spoil a book or series just a little bit, just to see if it's worth the taste I'm about to give it. Because otherwise, I'm pulling all the way back. So I'm like, I'm looking online like, all right, why is the book good or why is it bad? What is everybody's opinion of Nesta taking over the series and whatnot? They were like, she gets better. It basically, it seemed more like the fandom liked her over Feyre anyway. They were just like, oh, like, I just feel like Feyre is just too this or that. That's not strong enough a reason for me to really, like, want to see this whole redemption arc dedicated to her. I started it, but I'm still like, I don't like her. It's just her whole, none of that. And the fandom just loved Bakugo, and then he got his redemption arc. I'm like, see, he was good all along. No, that little boy was wilding too. Y'all liked him before he got the redemption arc. He didn't redeem himself, and y'all was still, what? So no. And that's what it feels like with her too, where it's like, that's what it is. It feels like they like them before they even do anything worth redemption, or even just she didn't even apologize. Moving on. Rhysand. All right. Rhysand is going all the way to the top. Hold on. Let me put it. Honorary plot armor. Oh my god, I was so happy when he got his honorary plot armor moment. When he basically died like Feyre did, and then they all brought him back to life with their little. I was so happy. He is S tier in my opinion. His powers is goated. He's goated. Basically, it's like, I would sacrifice you to save the world versus I would sacrifice the world to save you. He's more so, I would sacrifice the world to save you. Cause yeah, period. What you talking about? Yes, period. The people I care about gonna always come first. And he make that decision every time. They're like, oh, why didn't you say nothing? Why didn't you tell us? It's like, that's nice. But no, he's the big stander on her. He stand on business all the way, always. There's nothing that's gonna change that. And he ain't gotta say nothing to nobody. He decides to. If he believe in something, he gonna get it. He gonna see it through. We need a character that's gonna just do character things. We ain't gotta think about whether or not it's right or wrong. We'll think about that later. So yeah. One time's enough. You're pressing your luck. That's a wham, 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 whammy.